Hello students, welcome to this lecture of three-dimensional geometry. As we remember, in the last lecture we studied about equation of a plane when the distance of the plane from origin is given and the unit vector perpendicular to the plane is given. Here also we are going to study few equations of planes in different forms where the given quantity may be different, may vary. So, in the second form we are going to discuss that equation of a plane such that we have been given a point through which the plane is passing. So, there is a point A whose position vector is small a vector, and through this point this plane is passing. And other than that, one more information is there, that there is a n vector which is perpendicular to the plane. This n vector may not be unit vector, this is any vector, but it is perpendicular to the plane. So, what we have been given? A position vector of a point on the plane. So, we have been given this first quantity to us, and second quantity is the vector perpendicular to the plane. Now, you are asked to find the equation of the plane. So, again we will start with the concept that equation means a point which is variable and it can move anywhere on the plane and it will satisfy that equation. If that point moves anywhere else other than the plane, it will not satisfy the equation. So, let us suppose that variable point is r vector, it is the position vector of that variable point, and this is a variable vector. Now, I am saying that if this is a plane and there is a vector n which is perpendicular to this plane, other than that there is a point A whose position vector is a vector, then if we take this position vector r of a point P which is varying all over the plane, we can say that the vector AP, this vector, is actually perpendicular to the n vector wherever P lies on the plane. If P does not lie on the plane, then AP vector will not be perpendicular to the n vector. So, if AP vector is perpendicular to the n vector, because n vector is normal to the plane and AP vector lies in the plane. So, any vector lying in the plane is always perpendicular to the normal to the plane. So, we will say that if we do the dot product of AP with n vector, what do we get? We get a null vector, 0 vector. Why? Because the angle between the two vectors is 90 degree and cos 90 is 0. So, AP vector now is P position vector minus A position vector. What is P position vector? That is small r. What is A position vector? That is small a vector. Dot product with n vector. This should be equal to 0, which means r dot n vector is equal to A dot n vector. This is the equation of the plane. If a point is given, point means the position vector of the point through which the plane is passing, and the normal to the vector is given. Its direction ratios are given. If it is a unit vector, its direction cosines are given. So, this is how we do it. Now, take a question. If it is said that the point through which the plane is passing is 2, minus 1, 1, and it is given that the vector which is normal to the plane is 2i cap minus j cap plus 3k cap, then find the equation of the plane. What you will say? Again apply this formula, r dot A is equal to r dot n is equal to A dot n. So, r is actually x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap, which is a variable point. Dot product with A position vector, that is dot product with n vector, that is the normal vector, that is 2i cap minus j cap plus 3k cap. It is equal to the position vector 2i cap minus j cap plus k cap dot product with the normal vector 2i cap minus j cap plus 3k cap. Right, students? Now, we have to apply the concept of dot product where components are given. So, here it will become 2x, then it will become minus y, then it will become plus 3z. That will be equal to the dot product of these two vectors, which will become 4 plus 1 plus 3 of course. So the final equation of the plane is 2x minus y plus 3z, and here it is 8, so minus 8 equal to 0. So this is the equation of the plane. It is, as we remember in coordinate geometry, we studied equation of a line is of the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Here if we talk about plane in a space, that means ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0. So there is an extra coordinate which has added, and from line it has become plane. From a coordinate geometry plane, it has now become a space where the plane is drawn. So in general, this point 2 minus 1 3 denotes the direction ratios of the normal to the vector, normal to the plane. Okay students, now we will also study the way in which we can form equation of a plane if we have been given 3 points through which the plane is passing. So here we have done a little more change. In this particular case, we are going to study that there are 3 points, and the position vector of the points are A, B and C. The plane is passing through these 3 points. Through 2 points there can be infinite number of planes. But if we say that there are 3 points and these are non-collinear points, not on the same line, so we also say that A, B, C are non-collinear lines, not on the same line of course. In that case we say that the plane, a unique plane will pass through these 3 points. What will be the equation of that plane? So what we will say, let us take a point P with a position vector r, which is a variable point, and find out a condition such that this r lies on the plane. So what we will say, if AB are the 2 points on this plane, we can say that AB is a vector on this plane. Similarly, we can say AC is a vector on this plane. Now if AB and AC are 2 vectors on this plane, can we find the normal vector to the plane? Yes, of course. If we do the cross product of AB vector with AC vector, what do we get? We get a normal vector which is normal to the plane. If we take AB cross AC, normal to the plane, a vector which is normal to the plane. So that is where cross product is helpful now, that we are taking cross product of 2 vectors and the resultant is a vector which is normal to the plane of these 2 vectors. And what is the plane of these 2 vectors? The plane whose equation we need, the plane. So what is AB? AB is position vector of B minus position vector of A. What is AC? Position vector of C minus position vector of A. So this is the normal vector. Now if we take this vector AP, where P is the variable point, then this vector AP will always be perpendicular to this normal vector to the plane. So again we will apply the same concept we applied in the previous proof, that AP dot n must be equal to 0. So we can say that AP dot n is equal to a 0 number. Now what is AP? Position vector of P minus position vector of A. So what is position of vector of P? It is R. What is position vector of A? It is small a. Dot n vector. Now n vector is not given, we have been given n vector as AB cross AC, which is this. So we will say B minus A vector cross C minus A vector. This is equal to 0. Okay students. So this is a way in which we find the equation of a plane which is passing through 3 given points. Can we express it in Cartesian form also? Of course we can express it. If we write R as xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap, and let us suppose the vectors A, B and C are given in its component form as a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 k cap. What will be B vector? b1 I cap plus b2 j cap plus b3 k cap. This is how we denote here. C vector is c1 I cap plus c2 j cap plus C3 k cap. Now if you see this vector r minus a dot product with cross product of b minus a and c minus a. So what will be r minus a, x minus a1, y minus a2, z minus a3 along with their directions. What is b minus a? b1 minus a1, b2 minus a2, b3 minus a3 along with their directions. Similarly c minus a you can find by subtracting them. So when you take the cross product of these two, you will get a vector whose first indeterminate form row is ijk. What will be in the second row? B minus a, that is b1 minus a1, b2 minus a2, b3 minus a3. What will be c minus a? c1 minus a1, c2 minus a2, c3 minus a3. Now this is this vector. This has to be dot product with r minus a, which is a1 minus x, x minus a1, y minus a2, z minus a3. So r minus a. So what happens, we dot product this with this vector. In place of ijk, we will get the scalar quantities x minus a1, x minus a2, x minus a3, b1 minus a1, b2 minus a2, b3 minus a3 and c1 minus a1, c2 minus a2, c3 minus a3. This should be equal to 0. So this is the equation in Cartesian form, where a, b, c with their coordinates a1, b1, c1, a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3 are given, and we have to find the equation of the plane. This is y and this is z. So let us see a question based on this and find the equation of the plane. So there are 3 points which should be given to us. So let us take those 3 points and make sure that those 3 points are not collinear. So I am taking a point A, which is 2, 1, minus 1, B 3, 4, 1 and C 1, 2, minus 1. So are these points collinear? How do we check the collinearity? We take the vector AB. What is AB vector? 3 minus 2 I cap, 4 minus 1 j cap and 1 minus 1 k cap. What is the vector BC? Let us say. So this is 1 minus 3 minus 2 I cap, 2 minus 4 minus 2 j cap, minus 1 minus 2 k cap. So are these two vectors parallel? So their components 1 by minus 2, 3 by minus 2 and 2 by minus 2 are not in the same ratio. So we will say, of course, these two are not parallel. So these two lines are not collinear. So these 3 points are also not collinear. So after we know that these 3 points are not collinear, find the equation of the plane which is passing through these 3 points. So first of all, let us directly apply the Cartesian form. Suppose the variable point is x, y, z. So what we will say, x minus 2, y minus 1 and z plus 1. This is the first row. Second row is 3 minus 2, that is 1, 4 minus 1, that is 3, 1 minus 1, that is 2, 1, 3, 2. This will be minus 2, this minus this is again minus 2, minus 1 is again minus 2. This should be equal to 0. Now let us find the value of this plane, equation of this plane. So x minus 2 multiplied with minus 6 and plus 4. So minus 6 plus 4 is minus 2. So this will be minus 2 x minus 2. What will happen with the minus of y minus 1? So let us see. This is minus 2, this is plus 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. So this is a 2 here. What about z plus 1? If we see z plus 1, here it is minus 2, here it is plus 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. This is equal to 0, which means minus 2x minus 2y plus 4z. Here it is plus 4, here it is plus 2. 6 plus 4, 10. Plus 10 equal to 0. So you can write it 2x plus 2y minus 4z minus 10 equal to 0, or you can simplify further by taking 2 outside. X plus y minus 2z minus 5 is equal to 0 is actually the equation of the plane. Can you tell the normal vector to this plane? So, normal vector to this plane is having direction ratios 1, 1, minus 2. The coefficients here tells you the normal vector. So, it is the direction ratio of the normal vector. Now, this is a normal vector. This also you can obtain by doing the cross product of the two vectors AB and BC. You will find the vector which is normal to this plane and whose direction ratio will be similar to this direction ratio. Okay, students. Now, let us come to the third and the last case of finding the equation of a plane. In this case, it is given that a plane is actually having its intercepts on x axis, y axis and z axis. Then what will be the equation of the plane? So, if a comma 0 comma 0 is the intercept of the plane on x axis, 0 comma b comma 0 is the intercept of the plane on the y axis, and 0 comma 0 comma c is the intercept of the plane on the z axis, then you can write the equation of the plane as x by a plus y by b plus z by c is equal to 1. Can you remember, this is analogous to the equation of a straight line which is actually present in a coordinate geometry plane, where the x intercept is a and y intercept is b. So, we write there x by a plus y by b equal to 1. Here the plane is adding one more coordinate axis and one more intercept and saying it is equation of the plane. So, you can try to match the results of what you studied in a straight line and a coordinate geometry with a plane in a 3-dimension geometry. Okay, students. Now, we have to prove this. We cannot just say that it is similar to that. So, we suppose that a equation of a plane in general is written like this: ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0. Now, if this is a general equation of a plane, now if it is said that it is passing through this, this and this 3 points, then this point should satisfy this equation as well as these 2 points also satisfy. So, if we talk about the first, this will become a into a, this is 0, this is 0 plus d equal to 0. What will be the value of small a? That will be equal to, let us write the value of capital A here. So, that will be equal to minus d by a. We can write it like this. If we take the second case, this is a first, second point through which it is passing, then in that case this term will be 0 and this term will be 0, but this is b plus d equal to 0. So, this will give you b is equal to minus d by small b. What will be the third case when this point is on the plane? So, of course, we will get c, capital C is equal to minus d by small c. This is small c. So, we can write this general equation by substituting capital A, capital B and capital C, which we have obtained here, here and here, this and this, and we can write the equation of the plane as capital A is not minus d by a. So, we will say minus d by ax, capital B is minus d by b, so minus d by bx, and capital C is minus d by c, minus d by c, here it is y, z plus d is equal to 0. So, this will become, after simplification, x by a, as d will get cancelled, y by b plus z by c is equal to 1. So, this is the equation of the plane which is given when there are the intercepts on x, y and z axis is given. Let us see a question. So, here if I ask you what is the intercept of the equation of the plane, or the plane whose equation is given like this: 2x minus y minus 1 is equal to 0 on x, y and z axis. So, if you observe here, z is not present. If z is not present, then how can you find the intercept? Okay. So, you will say that of course x intercept of this plane is equal to, you will take this on the right side 1 and you will write it as x minus y is equal to 1, and this 2 will go here and there is a 1 here. So, you can rewrite this one like this, and even this will become plus and this is minus. So x intercept is half. If you talk about y intercept, it is actually minus 1. We see it is minus 1. What is z intercept? Actually this plane is not cutting z axis anywhere. This is actually parallel to z axis. This is plane is parallel to z axis. That is why you are not getting a term of z. So z intercept is not present here, as this is parallel to the z axis. How can you tell it is parallel to the z axis by any other means? For example, here we have got to know, since there is no intercept of z, so it is not cutting the z axis. Another way is to find the direction cosine of this plane. If you see direction cosine or direction ratio, if you see the direction ratios of this plane, what you see that x has 2 coefficient, y has -1 and z has 0 coefficient. Z is not present, that is it has 0 coefficient. Now if these are the direction ratios of the normal to the plane, these are direction ratios of the normal to the plane. So what we say that the angle which the z axis and the normal to the plane is making is actually 90 degree. That is why you are getting cos of 90 degree as 0. Okay, direction ratios are proportional to direction cosines, and direction cosine here means cos of gamma. So gamma must be 90 degree. So what you get here, that the angle between normal to the vector and the z axis is actually 90 degree, which means that normal is actually normal to the plane. So that means the angle between plane and z axis, if you say that there is a plane corresponding to this normal vector and there is a z axis, then what is the angle between them? Angle between them is 90 degree minus theta, that is 0 degree. So actually plane is parallel to z axis, that is why it is not intersecting z axis anywhere. Okay students, in the next class we will study more about planes and lines. So these are the 4 forms, including one form which we studied in the previous lecture also, and 3 forms here to find the equation of a plane. Thank you students.